Well, I don't really know if I'm going back anywhere, because you can't really go back.
And there weren't a lot of people like that in...
Not a lot, and the ones that were all started bands or joined mine.
Do you still know some people?
Yes, yeah, definitely. One of the guys, one of the songs on Lostboy, there's a song called Bulletproof Heart, was written by a guy who was in a sort of competitor band. And you know, so that's just one example. Some of the guys I'm working on the second Lostboy album just now, and there's a song I'm working on with two other guys that were from a competitor band, and they're just, it never happened for them, but they're just so good.
Okay. And what part of you that you were maybe back then can we still see in your music now, in the Lostboy?
The Lostboy's his music. It's me, or the songs are. It's me recalling. For instance, I would say, I'm definitely, I don't want to overemphasize the concept too much, but there is a concept, you know. There was a beautiful piece of music when we were working that everyone said, that's the best. And I put it in the bin because it was too sophisticated for what Lostboy would have done. It didn't fit.
Why didn't it fit?
Because he wasn't sophisticated enough then. He wouldn't have been able to relate to that. And it was a great piece, but he would have said it was for your grandmother.
Did you discover things about yourself, maybe looking back with the music about that boy?
Discovered things about myself. I don't know that I discovered things. I don't know if I discovered things about myself in relation to the boy that I didn't know. I think I knew, but I had forgotten. But I discovered things about myself, Jim Kerr present, making the record that I didn't know.
Like what?
I didn't know I was that prolific. I didn't know I could write 30, 40 songs a year. I thought I could only write 10 every 3 years. I didn't know, I didn't know that.
When did you start thinking about making this record? What happened that you thought like, hey, maybe I can do something like this?
Well, for the last 10 years with Simple Minds, Charlie Burchill and I write 90% of the music, but we always leave one or two songs to work with an outsider. And working with the outsiders, I saw that they were bringing something to me that Charlie wasn't bringing, or we had our own thing, you know. And that was kind of interesting, but not really making me push too much. I would come up with stuff and people would say, that's great, and I'd say, but it isn't Simple Minds, well, you know, so forget it. Maybe we'll get somebody to cover it, some other artist could have it. So it would languish there. But a song like Refugee or something was written 6 years ago, and I played it to Charlie, and he said, I don't think much. I said, I think it's incredible. He said, well, I don't think so. I said, well, what am I going to do? You know, we were moving at different paces. And that's okay, you know. If you know, usually when someone's in a band and they step out, it's because they're, I think, really frustrated or tired. I honestly didn't feel like that, and I particularly don't feel it just now. Simple Minds, to me, are in a great shape. But if I had to describe, to me, Simple Minds is, I love it. So it's like this beautiful ocean liner, and everyone on it loves it, and people who like to look at it, and it goes its own way. But I want to be on a speedboat. I want to be moving much faster and going to different places and so on.
Has that always been for you like that?
No, it's only recently.
How do you think that happened? Or why do you think that happened?
I think there are things in life that are cyclical, and I don't know quite why. I don't know, you could say maybe other responsibilities that I had in my life are already taken care of. So there was time again to...
What kind of responsibility?
Be a father, to be, you know, the boss of a business. Simple Minds is a business as well. You know, we were managing ourselves for a long time. It took, in hindsight, it took too much time. And once I was freed up to really get back to the music, I'm still a father, but my kids are grown up. Once I took time to really go to the music and really go in every morning and work on it through good and bad, I found that creative muscles were really strong.